Everyone, I'm Derek from Crawdaddy Magazine, and I'm sitting here with Nicki and Tim Bluhm of Nicki Bluhm and the Gramblers, who just wrapped up a pretty fantastic acoustic set for us. Played a few songs, and they were kind enough to stick around and chat with us for a bit. So I guess congratulations are in order. You guys just released Driftwood last week, so awesome.
Yep.
If you guys can maybe let us in on how the recording process went for that.
Sure, yeah. We recorded it at our studio. Tim and I have a recording studio with our good friend David Simon Baker in the Mission District of San Francisco, and we did it all there.
Oh, cool. Kept it local.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice to have your own place because you just are familiar with the sounds of the room.
Comes along easily.
Yes, it goes fast.
So how does the songwriting go about? Is it a kind of a collaborative process between you and all the Gramblers, or is it, if you could let us in on how you guys come to make a song?
Yeah, it's a good question. We have 3 songwriters in the band, myself and Darren and Tim. So on the record Driftwood, Tim and I wrote a song together, and then we both have songs that we wrote independently, and Darren has a couple. So we sort of bring a song to the band to rehearsal, and then, or to the studio, and then it's sort of, we come with a skeleton, and then it gets fleshed out by the band, and we add some sparkle to it, and everyone sort of lends their own taste, and it turns out to be what's on the record.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I know that Driftwood sees kind of contributions from a bunch of members from a different genre-spanning bands like the Jackie Green and Dengue Fever and Railroad Earth, who we actually also had in for a session recently.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. How did you guys come to get to work with them, know them, and get them on the record?
Mostly, when you're a musician, you just meet other musicians at music festivals and whatnot, and that's how we met Tim Carbone from Railroad Earth. And Jackie, we've been friends with Jackie for a lot of years, and done a lot of collaborations with him. But mostly people just wanted to be on the record.
Nice.
Like, people came to us and said, I'd love to play on the record.
Oh, cool.
Which is it's an honor. It's a huge contribution. So we were really lucky in that way.
Cool.
Yeah.
How did the Gramblers come about? How did you guys all get together? I know you and Darren go back pretty far.
Yeah, Darren and I have known each other since 1st grade, so
Really?
when I
Nice.
started playing out, it was totally by myself, just me and a guitar, and I immediately after my first show knew that I needed some instrumental backup because playing guitar makes me a little bit nervous. So I recruited Darren, and then after the record, Toby's song was out, my first record, we had a CD release party planned, and I wanted it to sound like the record. So I pulled a band together, and then it was so much fun that I couldn't go back to just 2 people. I needed to keep a band, and it's sort of grown and blossomed into what it is now, which is the sort of core Gramblers, and then we always have somebody kind of popping up
Or bands coming to you saying, hey, can we play with you?
Right, yeah, it's been really cool in that way.
Which is
and
so cool, yeah.
Nice.
Very cool, and I've been making some guest appearances with other bands, so it feels like a family of support and love, and it's been really positive.
Cool. I've read that you kind of, Nicki, you never, I guess didn't always consider yourself a professional musician, and kind of came about with Toby's song, and I'm wondering what pushed you to do music full time? What kind of pushed you into just going for it?
Him. I mean, it was...
I made her do it.
Yeah.
Tim's responsible?
100%. I wouldn't have...
Is there a story behind that? Yeah.
Well, I heard her sing, and she was so good, and I could tell that she didn't really think she was good. She didn't really care about that, which I liked also. Not only did I like her voice, but her spirit was... She didn't have that, ambition, which can sometimes not be the most flattering quality to have, and I liked that so much, but she needed to be encouraged because she didn't believe that she still doesn't think she's that good.
Well, we're all the better for it. So.
Yes, I agree.
Nicki, do you think that coming to the music industry kind of in a roundabout way and kind of being pushed towards it gives you a different perspective on how it all operates and kind of, I guess, keeps it more I guess, in the family like you were talking about?
I think so. I mean, at this point, I sort of have the attitude that if something great happens, it would be wonderful, and if it stays sort of at the level it's at, it'd be okay too. And you know, making music to make music and having fun with it.
The way it is right now.
Really fun. And it feels good, you know, there's a lot that comes with getting bigger or more successful, and that can be, you know, sometimes negative I've seen in people's careers, and you know, I want to keep it honest and clean and just fun.
Cool. I think you totally get that. I mean, just from the session now, I think that you just see the passion that you guys have playing together, and it's cool. I think it translates live very well.
Thanks.
Driftwood, speaking of the new record, definitely kind of falls into that country rock, Americana, ramblin' type style. Is that kind of what you grew up on, or is that kind of what came together once you and Darren started playing together?
I think just growing up in my household, each family member had a completely different style of music that they liked, and my older brother played guitar and was really into, you know, the Grateful Dead and some reggae, and my dad was really into sort of country, Patsy Cline and Elton John, and my mom was really, blues, and my mom was really into, you know, soul and R&B, and you know, so I had like all this music playing in my house, and then I met Tim on top of it all, and he started introducing me to, you know, the Byrds and early Bee Gees and Merle Haggard, so I definitely have like a wide range of influences.
I think you definitely get a Merle Haggard kind of feel on this new record too. I can definitely.
That's
I
good.
hope, well, it's named after one of his songs, after all.
There you go. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Driftwood.
And I know you guys, even going back as far as like 2008's Toby Song, you're kind of a big staple on the festival circuit, have played a lot. I'm wondering if you could maybe share what your favorite festival experience was.
Well, Tim's been to many festivals.
Well, I guess as Nicki Bluhm and the Gramblers.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's the Mother Hips Hipnic in Big Sur every spring. It's really small, and we like it to be small. There's no dust. It's not hot. All of our friends are there. That's my favorite one, but that's kind of a shameless plug.
But everyone should go to Big Sur regardless.
Everyone should go. But there's only room for a couple hundred, so.
Yeah. Well, and second to the Hipnic, I would say High Sierra Music Festival was
a good one.
A really good one for us. We did it last summer, and it seemed to get a little bit of rise from people and fans, and I think it was probably our most helpful festival thus far.
Yeah, cool. Festivals are cool because if you can get a decent slot and play reasonably well during that slot, you can really do a lot of damage. You know,
hit a lot of people, yeah,
which is cool. So the bigger the festival is, the more chance you have of gaining more fans at one time.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Sure, there will be many more in the future.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for stopping by. Again, Nicki Bluhm and the Gramblers. Driftwood is out now, so go check that out. You guys will be playing a few shows in the coming months. Is that right?
A copy of it right here.
And that's what it looks like?
So conveniently.
It's torn.
Yeah.
It is torn.
So check it out, and make sure to watch the rest of their vault session with us. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.